Hey baby Bella, 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 Bella. Hey everybody, it's the day before my first talk. It's 4 o'clock and I'll be giving a talk sometime after 8 o'clock. But I'm making this little video to show you my banana milk. Banana milk, or my banana cereal, it's delicious. Yum yum yum. See? Very nice. So basically it's just bananas in banana milk. And banana milk is made from bananas and water, blended. Chopped finely bananas, it's delicious. So I've already had 2 or 3 bowls of this today, or more. So that's it. I'll catch you later after the event or before the event. Hope you have a nice day and have fun. Life coach, spiritual life coach, awareness coach. I like what Joe said about all of us being like plants and just expanding and being water to open our petals and to expand ourselves. And that's what I really like to think about and practice in my life. Awareness of everything that's going on around me in my life, on the outside and in the present moment. But most importantly, where my passion is being aware of my own inner reality and what's going on inside of me. Primarily my own thoughts and emotions and perceptions and judgments and my own conditioning, etc. You've probably all heard about the ego, our conditioned self, and how in a lot of people's minds people think of the ego as a problem or an issue that they have and they have to overcome and sort of fight against. But for myself, I don't consider the ego at all to be like anything separate from us, from part of our whole being. And it's not like a problem or anything that I have an issue about. I like to think of the ego as just basically just our own thoughts and our own ideas about ourselves, our false sense of identity and who we think we are, but really I believe that we're not like, let's say, a man or a woman, or we're not our position as a job or our role in life or anything like that, but really our true essence is, there's loads of different words for this. It could be our soul or our spirit or whatever else, source, energy. But a lot of people in life have emotional issues, like emotional disturbances, emotional challenges. I wouldn't say anybody has emotional problems, but I'd just like to say, in the purpose of awareness and expansion, it's really important in life to really have a tremendous attitude to life. So we don't think of anything as a problem or an obstacle, but we just look upon everything as an opportunity to learn and to grow and expand, to learn and grow and expand as a person, as to reach our fullest potential, or as much potential as we want to reach, because really I wouldn't say we all should reach our fullest potential or strive towards our fullest potential, or in fact strive towards anything in life, because striving is just stressing, and it's like straining and forcing and trying to control and manipulate. So I just say, regarding our fullest potential, it's up to us how much we want to try and expand ourselves and to learn and to grow. There's no pressure really on us in a sense, we have free will and nobody can really take that away from us. Even if we're in prison, people might think you don't have much free will there, or you don't have much options in life, but really you do. And that's been demonstrated a million times over, people in harrowing or disastrous situations, so-called disastrous, and people look back and say, that's one of the best times in my life, it really broke me open or cracked me open. It expanded me as a human being, and it gave me a chance to open my heart. So all these tough so-called disasters and troubles and challenges and problems, etc., we don't have to view them as problems or anymore. We can view them as good things, positive things, and be grateful for them. And that includes when the people in our lives. I'm sure plenty of you have if anything like me or anyone in my family, we have a lot of so-called, well, a lot of challenges with the people in our family. It could be like our brother, sister, mum, dad, or son or daughter, or anyone in our family. These people offer us the greatest opportunities to look within and to grow in awareness and expand ourselves. Because they're closest to us, and they'll push our buttons and trigger us and touch our sensitive spots and our unhealed parts from the past that we haven't dealt with to make us emotionally flustered, just like annoyed or angry or upset. So I'd say like anyone, like maybe the people in your life who are the most like awkward and challenging and annoying and frustrating for you, they're like, these are really, really good people in your life. That we don't need to be resentful or annoyed towards these people or wanting them to get away from us, which is usually the way we do react when there's someone pushing our buttons. Like we want to distance ourselves from them typically, or else get into some sort of a war with them. But we could change our point of view here, our attitude, and just say, like, I've heard, once upon a time I heard someone describe a soulmate as the people in your life who cause you the most mayhem, or something like that. So if they're your soulmate, like you can work with these people, and vice versa, and if you want, like it's all a matter of choice. No matter what happened in the past, no matter what we did to hurt people, or what we did to hurt ourselves too, and what other people did to hurt us, that doesn't change the present moment that we have free will, and we can choose whatever we want now. Like the person in prison, they don't have too many like options to get a new job or find a new partner or whatever else. But
where did you find your inner Gandhi then? Was there points in your life when always kind of when you left the normal way?
Yeah, actually.
Thinking of society, and you read some book and it just made you think like him or something.
Hmm?
You kind of sound like you've got a lot of like Hindu philosophy going on there as well and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
do you?
Yeah. Well, basically what happened was 5 years ago, there was a lot of trauma and like suffering in my life, and then just at the right time, I'd say there's a lot of good timing in life, like things happening at the right time. I just came across the right people at the right time in the form of books. You've probably all heard of Eckhart Tolle, and or The Power of Now is one of his most famous books, probably. Just between him and this other lovely, adorable, endearing lady called Peace Pilgrim. She isn't as famous, but has anybody heard of Peace Pilgrim out of curiosity? Okay, not too can't. My mum and my friend have. But yeah, she was just a beautiful lady who gave up her conventional life and decided to brush it all aside at the age of 45 or so and walked homelessly throughout the States. This is like a few decades ago. She walked homelessly, just going from state to state. This is before the age of the internet, like this maybe in the 50s or so, 60s, 50s. And she decided to walk to spread the word of peace, world peace, peace between nations, peace between groups, individuals, peace between individual people, and also the most important, inner peace. But she's a beautiful lady. If anybody's interested, she's very, very wise and insightful, kind of enlightened sort of a person, very charismatic and lovely. If anyone's interested in her, she's really, really fantastic. You can get free stuff from her, peacepilgrim.org or peacepilgrim.com.
Is it possible to always be calm about stuff and always just take stuff from the chin? Don't you need to let things out occasionally, not just turn the other cheek?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, because there's loads of misinterpretations with spiritual teachings, and like, typically, probably the biggest one is if you're a spiritual or if you're a person of peace, you're going to be a walkover. But that's like just totally not true at all. Like, you've probably heard of the peaceful warrior or the spiritual warrior. Like, you can be totally aware and have love and light and goodness and peace towards your neighbours or the friends or the people who are causing you like challenges, in like chances and opportunities. I know it's not easy at the time when someone's like being angry at you or trying to manipulate you or whatever else, or not doing what you're asking them to do. But yeah, if anyone's like being like mean or whatever, you can obviously see really it's about motives and intentions. So if someone's being mean, you you can have you can want their well-being in your heart, you know. So you don't have to view them as an enemy or a problem or a thorn in your side or an obstacle in your life, but you can wish them well and want them to prosper and to flower and to blossom like you might your most beloved in your life or your most loved ones in your life. So like attacking them back, which is what typically happens in life. We all know that doesn't really work. Kind of, we say it like just on the world scale leads to war, but in families and in intimate relationships, or between siblings or friends or whatever else. When you just typically criticize and attack back and blame back, and then you have resentments and everything, all that happens is people get into arguments or fights or wars or physical fights. Typically just like arguments and bad feelings that happen with resentment. So if you want to nurture the other person, see, it's down to free will. Like and I guess the most important questions are who am I and who do I choose and wish to be? And those questions will determine your response to a person in your life. If you want to be like in the spiritual community or whatever, people might be striving for peace and love. Love your neighbour, etc. So if you want to make this decision, like this is who I am and this is who I'm going to be, this is who I want to be, if I'm going to choose to become a person of peace and love and light and goodness and open-heartedness, then what's going to happen is you're going to choose to be more compassionate and more understanding towards people, anybody.